In this video, I will demonstrate how to customize borders. I'm going to go ahead and select A1 through F8, and I currently have a thick outside border applied to this range. I'm going to click the drop down arrow and I'm going to click No Border. And as you can see, it has removed the outside border. Now I'm going to go ahead and select that range again. And this time I'm going to select the drop down arrow and I'll select all borders, and you can see that it placed a border around every cell within that selected range. If I want to remove the border, I select my range, select the drop down arrow, no border. If you want to apply all borders and then apply a thick outside border, that would allow you to have all borders on the inside and a thick border on the outside. The order that you perform these steps does matter. If I had selected this range and done the thick border and then selected the all borders, you'll notice now that the thick border is gone. I can go ahead and select that range and I can choose the thick outside border, and now you can see that I have both. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. If you simply want a bottom border on a range, you would select the range and then you would select the drop down and bottom border. You'll notice that there was also the option to select bottom double border. That looks nice. And again, I can remove this by simply selecting the range and then selecting no border. If you'd like to apply a different line style or color to your border, you could select your range, go back to your borders button, more borders, and in the Format Cells dialog box, you'll click the border tab. You would click the border style that you like, the color, and then the type of border that you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and click inside and outline, so this goes around all of my cells, and then click OK. And when I click off, it applies that border style and color. If I decide that I do not want borders on the inside, I could go back into my border button, more borders, click none, then click outline, and then OK. So it removed the inside borders, but you can see that there's an outline around the range that I had selected. I'm going to go ahead and remove the borders. No border. The other option is to draw on your borders. You can click right up here, select Draw Border, and then you can click around the area and draw where you would want the border to be. And when you're finished drawing your border, you would go back into your borders drop down, click one more time on top of it, and then you could see that that little pencil has been removed. I'm going to go back in and apply the thick outside border and then click off. So hopefully that helps a little bit with borders. You should know that these little gray lines, they are just there so that you know where the cells begin and end. They don't print unless you actually turn on the grid line feature to print. So I'm going to show you really quick where you can turn off your grid lines. If you click View and you uncheck Grid Lines, you'll notice that the grid lines will go away. And now this is a better example of what you would see when you print. I'm going to go back to View and turn the grid lines back on. I'm going to click Page Layout really quick. And I just want to point out right here where it says Grid Lines, Print. If you did check this box, you're turning on the feature to print the grid lines. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Go back home, and that's my overview of how to customize borders in Microsoft Excel.